Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cast. Welcome to episode number 25 or 6. I think it's 26, because 25 I'm going to release today. That's right. So I'm starting to get caught back up. I'm sorry. The episodes will be caught back up after this week. I am in the process of moving. Woo! So this will be the last episode that comes out of this house. This will be episode 26. I got 26 episodes done in this casa. And we're moving. We're moving out of here this week, and we'll be somewhere new next week. Well, by the time I record again, we'll be somewhere new. So we should be somewhere this week. Not somewhere. I know where we're going. We should be there this week. And then so by next Sunday when I record, I should be back up in the new place. It might look shitty for the first week or so before I get a wall set up for this. So forgive it if next week's episode looks really shoddy. I'll have video and I'll do a whole full episode. I'll have my equipment, but there might not be a backdrop that looks pretty. Sorry. So, yeah, like I said, welcome to episode number 26. I am your wonderful, fucking awesome host, Dalton Dye. I'm trying to reduce the cuss words, but we started off bad today. We'll try again next time, right? So, how is everybody doing this week? I kind of had a boring week. Didn't really do too much. I've kind of just been preparing for this, getting the house ready to just load it up and put it in the truck and take it to the other house. So, should be, I hate it. I don't like doing it. But I also do like doing it because we find a whole bunch of fucking shit. Because I'm a little bit of a clutter guy. Not a hoarder, but I do hang on to a lot of things, and then I end up having a lot of things where things can be put, and then I put things in those things thinking, yeah, that'll be the spot where those things go. And then I create 3 of those, and then I forget where they are, and then, so sometimes it's kind of nice when we're emptying out the house finally, because I get to find out, all the old shit. I found a TV remote, one of those little Roku remotes that, everybody's had and lost. I found one of those that was in the couch. Went to move the couch and was taking it outside to throw it away because it was an old couch. And as I got out to the road, we were walking across the yard, and it was like, and it fell out from, I was like, oh, fuck, there it is. Ha, sweet, woo. So that was nice. And then other little things, found cash here and there. Found a couple of $5 bills, a couple 10s. What else did I find? I found some electronic stuff that I thought I'd lost, some cords. Nothing too great. As I'm listening to these things off, I'm like, God, those are boring as fuck. But anyways, it is kind of nice moving things around. And I don't know, maybe I don't know. I said I hate moving, but I like moving. I hate packing, right? I like going somewhere new. I don't know. I hate this for my kids, but we might be the kind of family that like every 5 years or so, we're like, all right, somewhere new. Daddy's starting to get real depressed coming into the same house every fucking day. So we need to mix things up a little bit. And because in this house, I rearranged the living room several times. I rearranged our bedroom several times, and I was getting bored with it, man. I was ready to fucking burn this motherfucker down. I don't know what that is. The ADD, the ADHD in me, it's just like, let me out. I gotta get out of here. And fuck. So, yeah, I'm happy to be moving. I'm happy to go somewhere new. It's kind of crazy thinking about buying a house with a 30-year loan. Or even 15-year. But I know you don't have to be there for the whole 15. It's not like somebody's holding a gun to your head. You can buy a new house, move, ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. So, ba 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 ba. And then what Bill Burr does, I need to stop doing that. So, yeah. We're getting ready to move this week. It's bittersweet, I guess I should say. I'm mixed on how I feel about it. I hate packing, but I like going somewhere new. And we're decluttering. I'm getting to throw out a bunch of shit that, for whatever, was just accumulating around the house in various areas. That now I'm like, I don't need this. I haven't used it since we lived here. Gone, motherfucker. My dad, God, he is a weirdo. I love my dad to death, and he did so many things right, but he's got so many eccentricities. We lived in Pennsylvania, right? It was kind of a wooded area. We had 10 acres, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Small town. They had a McDonald's, but it was like 20 miles away. We did have a Dairy Queen, which is odd. But anyways, Sandy Lake and Stoneboro. That area. The whole town had less people than my graduating class in Florida. And so, anyways, we lived in Pennsylvania, and it was a wooded area, and somebody was clearing some land for a house they were building, and they had these trees. I don't even know what the fuck they were. It was expensive wood if you tried to buy it from somewhere. And my dad wanted to turn it into lumber for whatever reason. I never found out the reason because he never did anything with it. And so that was in Pennsylvania. We moved from Pennsylvania to California first. So he drug all that wood. And it's a good, 3 feet high, and it's like they're 10x2s or whatever, 8x2s maybe, 2x8s, and by 8 feet long. And he's got a stack 4 feet high, maybe 3-4 stacks wide. And he has had that wood for, we're going on, Jesus Christ, Dad. That was 94 maybe? We're going on 30 years he's had this wood. And like I said, he drug that from fucking California, or from Pennsylvania to California. And then from California, never did anything with it. It just took up this chunk of area in the garage. And then we get to Florida, and he drags it over with him. It took a section up of the 25-foot fucking U-Haul trailer that we had and brought that over here. And it is to this day, still sitting in my dad's garage, up on a shelf. He's got a fucking section of wood sitting up there that I'm like, are you ever going to... And he's told me 1,000 ideas. Oh, I could make checkerboards. I could make chessboards. I could make whatever the fuck, cuttery boards, cut things on top of boards. What the fuck are those called? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The chop on top of that. That thing that you cut things up on top of. A cutting board. Yeah, there we go. And he could make those. He's told me how he could make them with all the right, he could like make them so that they are a checkerboard pattern, but how he would interlay all the wood and make the cuts and blah, 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 and then do the little bevel around the, whatever the fuck that's called, around the edge so that the grease goes into that little, like moat around the outside, a grease river around the outside. Never does anything with it. The wood just sits there. And I know he's had other concerns. You know, his wife's dead now because she was an alcoholic. I was a junkie for a while, so he was dealing with that. He's got things he's got on his mind, but fuck, I feel like he could distract himself if he would just build something out of that wood. God, and he knows the benefit of hard work, you know, the joy and the benefit from working hard and building something with your hands and he's a man. But he's also a man in that he's got like 45 different ideas that he wants to do with things, and he never decides on one. And then he's just been... But the wood thing, though, that is absurd. He's been lugging that around the whole fucking country. God damn, Dad. Get rid of that wood. Get rid of that wood, Dad. God darn it. So, anyways, I don't know what got me onto that. So, I didn't really do much this week. Like I said, we're moving. Oh, that's what got me onto it. We're moving. So, we should be out of here. That's fun. I'm excited about the new place. What did I do this week? Not that much. I watched the Steelers game. I lied. I said I watched the Steelers game. I watched, like, maybe 15 minutes total. I caught it at the... 2 moments I happened to catch that were real nice. I switched it over right as they went. They caught that punt and ran it back for a touchdown. That was sweet. That motherfucker was Sonic the Hedgehog. I saw that in a video. Just he flew right up the side. And when you see him go to the side, it's another one of those ones where you're like, and then all of a sudden he just somehow escapes. And he's fucking down the sideline. The 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Fuck, he just got murdered right there at the 1 yard line. God damn it, the ball's loose. They picked it up. They're running it back. Fuck, when that happened to the Steelers, oh, God, that sucked. And then it almost happened again the next year, but fucking Big Ben managed to fucking shoelace tackle that dude. Woo! That was a good time. So, I've been trying to get back in it. I said I was going to a few weeks ago that I was going to get back into football, damn it. And I don't know. Maybe it's the world we live in or this stupid fucking phone that's in my hand all the time and I can't stop looking at it, but I just can't. It's not even that. I can't say that because I get up and I move around and I start doing things or I start messing with this and start working on some of the art for the week and I don't know. So I did catch the 2 moments where he ran that punt back and then I caught at the very end of the game. I caught the interception to end the game. So I was like, yeah, all right. I'm a fair weather fan. I know it. I used to not be. Like I said, I used to be a fucking rock hard gung-ho fan. No matter what, win, loss, or draw. But nowadays, it's like, are they winning? No, I don't give a fuck. Oh, they're winning? Yay, all right. That's cool. I'll be excited. I'll share something on my Instagram or my stories or whatever the fuck. But I don't, like, Jen, it doesn't give me an adrenaline rush. I don't get excited. Damn it. I wish it did. I don't know. Maybe if they do better this year, maybe this will reinvigorate me more. It seems like they got a good thing going. Old Russell Wilson, seemed like that was a sketchy deal. I know he's the reason that he's playing because they brought him there, but it seemed like old Fields was doing pretty good, and it seemed like they were going to keep him in. But seems like Tomlin knows what he's doing. And every time I want to hate on that dude, he makes a good choice, and then we start looking good, and I'm like, Tomlin fucking kicks ass. But then when we go 10 years without a Super Bowl, I'm like, all right, enough of this dude. I'm tired of these just winning seasons. So, again, maybe that's what this is. This is just another winning season, and then we'll lose first game of the playoffs, and I'll be right back where I started going, man, all right, maybe it's time. So, but for now, we're excited about the Steelers being, I think, what are they, 6-2, some shit like that? I don't know. I like that Russell Wilson's our quarterback. That is kind of interesting. The Steelers have a long history of, like, big, solid quarterbacks, and now we got this quarterback moving around in the pocket a little bit more. God, it sounds like I'm being racist as hell, but he is a little bit more of a move-around quarterback. He can run. And, yeah, so it's cool. I'm curious to see how this plays out. So maybe this will be like 2005 or 2007 or 2010, but hopefully without the bad ending. So we're excited about that. What else happened this week? I saw Tony Hinchcliffe went through some shit. But luckily, Joe Biden came through to save his ass. But god damn, all they had to do was let that one ride. They didn't even have to respond to it. They could have just been like, look what he thinks about Puerto Ricans. They could have done the exact same thing that Trump is doing. But they could have just stuck with what Tony Hinchcliffe said. Even though I think it's silly. Yeah, it might have been dumb to bring Hinchcliffe there. But he's either joking or he's not. It's either a joke or it's not. He either came there and was unloading a racist-filled Michael Richards rant, or he wasn't. And he was telling jokes, and he has no hate in his heart. And if he was telling jokes, and he has no hate in his heart, then what the fuck are we talking about? This is dumb. Was he joking? Yes. Well, end of discussion. We don't need to talk about it any further, because he clearly doesn't think that. You know? I don't know. I just hate it when this happens. It's like, oh, did you hear what that comedian said? It's like, yeah, it was a joke. Even if it failed, he didn't mean it with hate in his heart. So why are you acting like there was hate in his heart? You know there wasn't hate in his heart. Or unless you're so fucking robotic and, like, I never make jokes. Like, so shut up. People are just so stupid. But same thing happens the other direction, I guess. Old Biden says that it's clever that they did the whole thing with the apostrophe. So he says, the only garbage I see out there is the supporters. And whoever thought of this was pretty clever. He clearly was saying that Trump supporters are garbage. Do I think that Biden actually thinks that every single one of Trump's supporters are garbage? Probably not. He probably doesn't like them. Or maybe he does like him now that he got, ousted. But whatever, anyways. I don't think he actually thinks that. But you know that the Republicans are going to capitalize on that. And Trump fucking did, man. Right in the middle of his show, he capitalized on it. Marco Rubio did. And then he shows up the next day in the garbage truck. And then a bunch of losers like my boss. I love you to death, Ray. But God, he's like, you see his whole fucking garbage truck thing? That's a stunt. I'm like, yeah, obviously it's a stunt. Everyone knows it's a stunt. It's a stunt in response. Like, oh, that's what you don't get. Yeah, of course it's a stunt. Oh, he didn't actually. Yeah, do I know that he didn't actually get his food handler's license to work at McDonald's? Yeah, I know that. Do I know that that wasn't a random McDonald's that he walked into one day and everybody was like, holy shit, what the fuck are you doing here? Yes, I'm aware of that. No, they did not let just Joe anybody pull up to the window in case they might have a gun and go, this is my one opportunity to kill the guys you've been calling Hitler. Boom! Yes, I'm aware. Do I know that he didn't actually go on a trash run that day and pick up everyone's garbage in the local neighborhood? I'm surprised that hasn't been an article yet. Did you know that even though he was wearing that trash vest, he didn't pick up 1 ounce of trash that day? Not even his own. He handed it to his secretary and they threw it away. Ugh. You fucking losers. You guys are all focusing on the wrong things, and this is why I think he's going to win, and why I think all the legacy media, all the mainstream, the lamestream media is dead. And it's all going to be shit like this and Joe Rogan, and god damn it, man. That was a good conversation. I don't know if I talked about it on Sunday. I had to have because it was Friday, so yeah. But he does an episode with J.D. Vance, man, and I just think that this is the way the world is going. Oh, okay, what a dumb take. Obviously, that's the way this world is going, but this is how it's going to be from now on. And I think this might have been a tipping point. And if you can't be a candidate that's like J.D. Vance or Trump that can go on a show like Joe Rogan and do 3 hours where he's going to push back on you maybe a little bit, he's going to ask you questions that you don't want to be asked. Not like hard-hitting journalism where you just can't have I don't think Kamala can have Kamala can have a conversation for 3 hours. I don't think, because I think she would throw out some political line And she's never actually thought about that line and whether or not it's true or whether or not it's just a surface level thought, and she's not thinking about, the trade-offs or the next level or the consequences of that thought or that, whatever that policy is, whatever. I don't think she would be able to. I think her life has been about power and getting power and being a political person and being a person that's ascending the ranks of political power. I don't think she's been thinking philosophically, to any great extent about politics or about different political or different policies. She probably, I don't know. She's very smart, obviously, but I don't think she's smart in political theory. Or political science or philosophical theory or economics. I don't think she's actually a brainiac in any of that. And I'm not saying that Trump is, but J.D. Vance, he's a good mouthpiece for it. That's why I'm glad I thought he was a bad pick, but I think he might be good. And I think Trump is surrounding himself. If he can keep all these people he's got right now, he's surrounding himself with some good people. Like Vivek would be perfect for press secretary because he can fight back. And he's a fucking motor mouth with facts and with data. J.D. Vance might be the most talkative, fucking upfront vice president we'll ever have because he can actually articulate positions, and he actually does have a deep understanding of the issues, it seems. And so if candidates can't do what he did and go on Joe Rogan and talk for hours about, these issues, I think you're fucked. And I think Dave Smith said this the other day, but I think Joe Rogan may have just won the election, and this will be the point that they look back and they go, hey, Trump went on Rogan and was willing to talk for 3 hours and not be scripted and not have the questions asked in advance, and so was J.D. Vance. They both were. And J.D. Vance sounds good, and he's smart, and he's not lawyering his way out of the questions, and he's not giving political answers, and he definitely doesn't give word salads. And I'm sure there's, to some extent, there's a little bit of that. He is a politician. So there's going to be a little where he tries to steer the conversation in certain ways. But it seemed like, I don't know. I've listened to Joe Rogan for a long time, and it seemed like a genuine conversation that they were having. I could tell with the Trump one, there was a few moments where maybe Trump was, in political mode. And where it didn't seem that way with Vance. Vance very much seemed to be more familiar with podcasting and comfortable. So I liked it. I think this will be the way going forward. I thought this in 2016 and 20. I was like, God, I wish they would go on there, because when Bernie Sanders went on there and Tulsi Gabbard, when they were candidates, I was like, what the fuck? Why isn't anybody else going on there? So now to have this all these years later, it's like, there it is. And fuck, how big is Rogan? God damn. I just saw a clip the other day that came from like episode 500 something, where he was talking about switching up the theme song, but he didn't want to get rid of the train by day, that whole thing. And it's like, damn, that dude went from just him and his boys in a room with a camera, and now he's the deciding factor for presidential elections, possibly, It's interesting. It's an interesting world we live in. So, I don't know. I'm happy to be a part of it. What else? We talked about that. Oh, I thought it was really funny. I was listening to Shane Gillis and Matt McCusker talk about how Tony Hinchcliffe. I'm just copying I'm just going to talk about what other podcasts talk about today. But when Tony Hinchcliffe Matt and Shane were talking about how if Tony Hinchcliffe's comment did lose the election for Trump, and they were able to look back, and then because Trump doesn't win, we do go into World War III, they would look back and be like, this comedian Tony Hinchcliffe is the Franz Ferdinand for World War III. And because of his floating pile of garbage comment, now all the world is on fire and fucking launching nukes at each other. And North Korea and China and Russia have teamed up. And we're all fucked thanks to Tony Hinchcliffe. Thanks to kill fucking Tony. Thanks to nuke Tony. So, one kind of thing, interesting tidbit. I talked to a friend, Alex Barboza. She's a female comedian from Orlando, Florida. And I talked to her the other day. She's also a drifter. And if you don't know anything about me, I like cars. I like the cars. And the tremendous cars. And she's a bit of a drifter. So she loves to talk about the cars and the drifting. And I've seen her drift. It's tremendous. A lot of people saying she's the best drifter. And I never said that, but if I did say that, maybe she is. And so yeah, that might be my first non-wife guest. Will be the female comedian from Orlando, Alex Barboza. So that'll be in a few weeks in the new studio. because it won't be here. I wouldn't bring her to this fucking cesspool. And then after that, hopefully I want to get more and more Orlando-based comedians on. And then maybe other people that are just interesting people that aren't comedians. You know? I don't want this to just be comedians. I'd like it to be interesting people from all areas. However, I will always be this goofy fuck in the background. So you're not losing that, baby. Oh, what else we got? Oh, another little political news. Sorry, it's kind of a political episode. It's a political episode today. And one thing I thought was really funny. I don't know if this is true. This might be AI. God damn it. And I don't have a tablet. My tablet broke, and I haven't been able to get a new one. I've got a whole fucking plethora of problems going on right now. We're in the process of moving. My computer keyboard isn't working, so I got to go get a new one of those. It's annoying. Anyways. I wonder. Anyways. So the... Can you use a keyboard as a... Can you use a laptop as a keyboard, I wonder? I don't want to use the screen from the computer as the keyboard. I want to use the keyboard from the laptop as the keyboard. Can you do that? I wonder. I don't know. I'll find out. Oh, but so I saw a video the other day where Tim Waltz was saying... God damn. I saw a video where Tim Waltz was saying that... I don't know who he was referring to. I should have seen it more. But he was saying... that gay guy. Come here, you gay guy. And then he even makes kind of a face like, oh, shit, shouldn't have said that. And then just moves on. God damn. Pause. Boom. And we're back. So, yeah, I saw that Tim Waltz called him gay the other day. I don't know what that's going to do. I wish that I haven't seen it playing everywhere. You'd think it would. You'd think if Trump had somebody in his staff or one of his VP candidate went out there and said, that fucking gay guy over there, that would be front page news, baby. Front page. If I ever refer to, like, if you ever talk about the discrepancy in media coverage for Trump versus Biden or Harris or whatever, that's what I'm talking about. Just imagine if Trump went out there and said, that gay guy. They'd be like, oh, he was insinuating it in a negative tone. I told you he hated gays. You know? So, I don't know. I just think that would be a never-ending news story. And I haven't seen anything about it except for one video, which might also lead me to believe that it's fake. I don't know. We'll find out. Tim Waltz, gay guy video. Is it AI? Is it AI? I will find out, and I'll post the answer on this video, hopefully. I would post these videos out with more regularity, but I started out doing so much editing that now I have to do so much editing in the midst of my family life that it's a little hard. So that's why things get delayed a little bit. So you might see a little bit more simpler episodes, less sound effects, more just me talking. I don't know. Maybe I don't need all that horse shit. We'll see. So I got to check on the gay guy comment, see if that's even real. Oh, we got a big piece of news coming out this week. I hope I didn't talk about it last week. I'm starting to mix these episodes up together, but last week, I don't think I told you, they just announced Christopher Nolan's new movie. I think I did tell you the release date, but they just now released some of the details. Fucking minimal, but they've announced that it's going to be with Matt Damon and Tom Holland, Spider-Man. And it's supposedly in the future, and they play helicopter pilots, and that's all I know. And Matt Damon is like the mentor to Tom Holland, the mentee. And that's all they've said. I don't know. I'm in. I'm excited. I know that when Inception had the coolest tagline for tease, they just said, I think I have said this on here before, but a sci-fi thriller set within a sci-fi heist thriller set within the architecture of the mind. That might be the greatest tagline ever written, because that is exactly what Inception is, and that gives you all the elements of like, ooh, intrigue. It's got intrigue. It's got the architecture of the mind. That's just an interesting way to phrase what even... It's very creative. I'd be surprised if it wasn't Christopher Nolan that came up with that tagline, as well as that like little, what do they call that? I don't know. Tagline, but it's like a teaser tagline, like a thing. I don't know. It's like a trailer, but with words. I don't know. Fucking who cares? Anyways, point is, there's a new Christopher Nolan movie coming out, and supposedly it's got new IMAX tech, which fuck what that means. I don't even know. It means probably that they're able to make the camera smaller. so that he can get more intimate in the scenes. But the movie is going to be on IMAX, and it sounds sci-fi, right? If it's in the future and they're helicopter pilots. But, I mean, can we just take a moment to thank the movie gods that there is a Christopher Nolan? He is making another movie. I love Oppenheimer. I just watched Oppenheimer again last night. Well, most of it. Because it's just, I can always turn on any one of his movies and just turn it on. And it's, And so I'm just happy that he exists, that he's making movies, and that he keeps coming back to action and sci-fi. And I've heard him say that he's going to keep doing that because he's able to use he's able to garner these giant budgets. And so he's going to do the most with that he can. But I'd be disappointed if he said he was coming out with another biopic. I'd be like, oh, come on, really? I don't know. Not again. So, Christopher Nolan's coming out. He's got new IMAX technology. Probably just means he's got a smaller camera. I don't know. This episode's a little jumbled. I was so psyched to come on here, but my brain kind of got fried this week with moving and all this frazzle-dazzle. So, I don't know. I didn't have as much to talk about as I thought I had. I swear to God, I had 14 things that I wrote down. I write little notes at work, and I think I lost a bunch of them. I couldn't find them. I don't know what the fuck. Let's see, what else has happened? Anything else politically? No, we got 5 days to the election, 4 days now, so I'm super psyched for that. We'll see how that goes. I'm pulling for Trump, obviously. By the time I come back on here, we will know who is our next president, whether it is Trump or fucking Harris. Hey guys, sorry I had to end the episode a little quick there. My wife came home. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check in again next week. I'll be back. Bye.